Hello lovely people. Note to self, and advice to you, you won't need this advice. Don't pour water onto your laptop when it's the only device you have to make videos with. That's what I did. It's been in the shop and it's been fixed. They managed to clean the motherboard and get all the corrosion off it. And there wasn't that much corrosion. Luckily I managed to do all the right things after I poured water on it. And yes, fixed. Everything's fine. I've been playing chess in the meantime. I just haven't been recording it. Or much. I have got some videos in the pipeline. I'm going to show you a game. I'm going to play a game right now just to get back in the swing of things. I have slowly been increasing my rating on chess.com. So I'm up to 1493 there, which is an increase of 79 points since the start of the year. And I'm up to 1814 on Lee Chess Classical, which is an increase of 102 points. So I feel like the rating has gone in the right direction for a while, which is nice. There'll always be hiccups, but I feel like the learning that I've been doing is paying off. Let's have a rapid game. One thing I have been doing, which I'm fervently trying to stop doing, is playing Blitz. Got back into playing Blitz, and I'm such an addict. I need to put all the systems in place, all the blocks in place. The apps are off my phone and I'm trying desperately not to play any Blitz. But it's just so addictive. I haven't been playing Bullet, which is my ultimate crack. I'm not sure if you can say that, but it is. And I'm avoiding that, luckily. Okay, so a Sicilian. My opponent is playing the Alpin. And I don't really know what to do from here. Probably should put the effort into learning what to do from here. I'm going to challenge the centre straight away. This check can be met in a number of ways, but it's not dangerous, I don't think, for me. Okay, so I'm either going to have to move this knight here, because otherwise this is a checkmate. Defend it with a pawn or a bishop, or I'm not sure if that does anything. So I'm just looking at those four moves. So can't block with the knight because this is terrible. Decided to go with the pawn because if I went with the bishop instead, I would have been blocking in this bishop. Okay, get on with development with tempo, attacking this pawn. I didn't even noticed that I was attacking that pawn, so I'm just going to check to see if this knight takes can be met with anything. It attacks an unprotected bishop. It attacks a queen. I think my opponent just saw this square, thought, okay, if I can get my knight there, I'm threatening a fork, and missed. Missed takes on e5. Have to take it. Surely there's no better move on the board. Two central knights. Yeah. I think develop the bishop. And then if takes, develop the queen. I kind of like bringing this rook to c8 and developing this bishop either to d6 or to b4. d6 is more protected. b4, it gives a check, but the block, I don't really want to trade this bishop off. I'm going to develop it here. The reason that instead of rook c8 straight away is that I want to castle. It's interesting because I've been playing a fair number of rapid games without you here, without the camera, and I'm realising I play much slower with the camera on, even though I'm not talking much. So just something to think about. Okay, so they're trying to line up with my queen in their sights. Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. Ah, not that. Something like that. And strip away these pieces. This bishop is only defended by my queen, but if I have pressure on this bishop, just for the time being, okay, no longer. I thought the rook at least has a responsibility on that bishop. I'm going to take. I don't really want to take and help them develop, but there was no real way to. I didn't want to play knight to b4 because it just seemed a little bit loose. And with this, I'm either gonna. I could have gone here, I suppose. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I I felt like I was gonna get this knight either in the way of my own pieces or just on the rim, but I didn't see that one. Interesting. I think I'm going to double my rooks, or just bring this rook up to c6 and then scoot over with my queen. Okay, I decided against it. I started looking at a bunch of stuff like queen c7 straight away, and then knight takes with check, and then this rook takes. Doesn't quite work out. So I was considering this move. I don't need to do that. Let's get the queen out of the way of that, out of the eyes of the rook. And now I can threaten to win that bishop because I'm discovering an attack on this pawn. And actually, that's a great move. I think it's a great move because if they move their bishop here to get to keep the bishop, I can take with check, and this is... Ah, no, it's covered by the queen. It's covered by the queen, obviously. Ooh, but if the king... So, okay, if they do go here, then check, and if they come here, then I win the queen. Oh no, the bishop! Okay, none of that is working. If they push, I could take back with the queen and then attack that pawn. Also, if they push, they really weaken this square. So I could just go back with a view to ending up there. Didn't expect that. Okay. Well, this... I think I'm going to take this pawn with check, come back to this square, to f4, and then now this isn't a fork of my bishop and queen, and if they move that, if they do that anyway, I can just pin the knight to the queen. I know the queen's protected, but at least it stops me having, like, my queen isn't in danger at that. Also, if the king decides to come this way, then this fork is on, so I just need to prepare it. Okay, not coming that way. Just thinking of leaving that bishop there. If this, and then this move is very wrong, but the rook's in time. Should I bring my bishop to e5 instead? I think so. 354 to 1154. Speed up a little bit, but I am doing well. I like that this knight has just been sat there asking questions of the white position. It is annoying for white, surely. The white queen has responsibility for the time being. So we take first, I think, because if we don't, then this loses the knight. So take first with check. And then this move attacks a pawn. The e2 pawn is undefended. f2 pawn is undefended. And how about I just go here? Why am I going to b6? What's the point in b6? It keeps an eye on b7, I suppose, but I want to be more aggressive. And this does keep an eye on a7. I forgot one of the reasons why b6 was a thing was also because of a7, but this move does resolve that. Okay, so now I can win another pawn by taking twice. Well, taking and then taking the pawn. The queen can then take my pawn, but then at that point I'll win a knight, but then the rook's hanging. No. So I've only got 2 minutes 13, but I think takes on b7. I can then scoot over with the rook. There are no checks. I mean, there's a queen check, and then the knight check. There's no knight check after that. But I think I scoot over with the rook, pinning this knight. This rook's undefended at that point. All right, let's give it a go. If queen takes queen and rook takes queen, this rook can't give a back rank check just yet. So I have got time to either make a flight square or come back with that rook. But it's looking good, 3 pawns. So what if I come here and then the queen says, don't go so fast? That's a move. If takes, take back with checkmate. I'm doing it. I'm doing the crazy move. 23 seconds. 10 minutes and 23 seconds. I'm not just putting my queen on that square to be taken by the rook just because it looks fancy. That's also an undefended rook. So if they don't do anything about it, they lose that rook to checkmate at this point. And I think they might have to come back with the queen or something like that. Maybe just this so I don't trade off the queen. But then I can take this because this is still, oh no, it's not. I can't take that. I have to keep an eye on that square if I'm doing this queen, brave queen business. I have to keep that square covered. Attacking this pawn, also attacking this knight. Back rank's covered for the time being. Don't lose sight of the back rank. The bishop is undefended. Okay, very few seconds on the clock left, but just making a flight square so I don't lose the game. If I leave the back rank, which I think I'd like to do, I'd like to have the freedom to do that at some point. I think the queen could be actually quite nice on c2. I don't know why I'm retreating because I've not got much time, but actually I should probably consolidate my position by getting my bishop to a defended square and then getting my pieces a bit more active. I don't think that was a particularly good move from white. I don't see why they are happy to allow me to do... What the hell is that? What the hell is that? I've got 3 seconds. I think that's got to win the game, surely. What was that? And then that? This next? That was very odd. There we go. Opponent lost their mind at the end of that one. Still have to win. Let's just stop the king going anywhere. Maybe come up. So these squares are cut off. I think they were probably seeing how low on time I was, rushing themselves and in an attempt to put pressure on me. But that was just, I think, a bad move there, just putting themselves at a pin. Unprotected rook, and then I have no idea what that was. It wasn't threatening anything. Maybe they thought their rook was defended. Very good for me. I'm not complaining. Okay, no stalemates. If I queen now, that's a stalemate. That's nice. I'm glad I saw that. Perfect stalemate trap from my opponent there. They can't go here, 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 or here because of my bishop, pawn and rook respectively. And if I queen now, it's not a check, but I cover all these squares. And they've just made their pawn. They've just pushed their pawn to a square that's from which it can't move. Fantastic. That's a good end to the game. Spotting that I could have drawn it. I would have been very annoyed if I'd have drawn this game. Okay, my opponent's king has lots of squares now, so queening isn't a problem. Let's make a little channel for the king to be in, and then queen in 2 moves for checkmate, unless there's a quick one. Oh no, I can't do that either, can I? That'll be... What am I thinking? I almost... I could have stalemated there. That would have been awful. What an idiot. Okay. All that chat about stalemating, and then I almost let it happen. Ridiculous. Check. Every move has to be a check. Not every move has to be a check. Check. That was pure luck. Pure luck that I didn't accidentally stalemate then. So, yes, they can. They have got this move. Check. Bloody hell. game. All right, broke into 1500s for the first time. Fantastic. But look at that position. That was just pure luck that I didn't stalemate there. So, like, I didn't even spot that my bishop move had let open that. That is amazing, but should do better than that. If it weren't for this pawn, they can't move their king. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please like if you liked the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm going to release a mental conditioning coaching session, the second session with Stephen in the next couple of days. And I've got another couple of videos about classical games to share with you as well. So have a lovely day. Speak to you soon.